What is up, everybody? I'm NoLucksGiven here with your afternoon snap, and today I am competing in the semifinals of the Snap Wars League. It's been a bit since I've done some coverage for the league, but wound up getting 4th place and passing through the quarterfinals, so now I am up against the #1 seed from the league, Galacti, and I'm going to be playing a zombie Galacti Shou-Lao the Undying deck that I just think is a ton of fun. I've got to snap and retreat on the turn 1 because my opponent has a higher seed than me, so we'll be doing that, and then we shall see if we can get our way back into it with just a slight cube disadvantage. This is going to be a best of 3 matches, so we still have plenty of time to make up that deficit here. Turn 2 Merlin is what we like to see for sure. Alright, cool. I could see snapping again, to be totally honest. Titan, unfortunately, does not provide a discount to Galacti, and it does seem like Galgus might be doing some similar stuff to us. We're definitely going to want to get the Merlin down, which will reveal that... Actually, I think there's an animation that reveals that we're Zombie Galacti anyways, right? But, yeah, playing the Merlin seems good. It's not quite a snap condition, but it's close, especially with them not having a Merlin. And now we can draw a card in the Abbey. Now, is that a snap condition? Sure. Let's go for this. We draw a card. I think I'm going to hold the Wing Beat. No, you know what? It's not really getting too much value, to be honest. But I think we can just play the Wing Beat just to get it out of our hand because we're going to be filling up with Merlin cards regardless. Nice, they accept the snap here, and what do they have? They got a Deadpool, a Captain Carter looking like a Silver Surfer deck. You might notice I have unlocked some cards since my previous video. Might put out a short about that, but felt like Maverick was just an essential game piece for me to grab if I'm going to be playing some higher level Marvel Snap upcoming here. Okay, we get to hit 2 for Shou-Lao this turn. This would be a great Maverick location. This is... Oh, this was never a Galactus card? I thought this was originally a Zombie Galacti card. But it's no longer showing that. Oh, you know what? Surge in Camelot, if we miss, is pretty solid. So maybe I will do this and move out Ezekiel. Oh, I like that. This will be my new Jocasta location. Cool. Okay. They have a Hope Summers to follow up Captain Carter. That location is looking big, of course. The tracker hasn't been working for me past few times I've played Marvel Snap. So I don't know if I need to re-download it or what exactly is going on there. This is great, though. This is going to allow me to Shou-Lao a huge Scarlet Spider, which is basically, like, I'd call it the backup combo of this deck, but it honestly feels like the main squeeze. I could see once in futuring and polymorphing as well. Either way, it's all about the same. And we could play Scarlet Spider first to get a Surge trigger. The problem is if we do that, we shuffle our deck. Could also Jocasta into Scarlet Spider Shou-Lao next turn. You know what? This is a pretty huge play out of nowhere. I'm going to do this. I think this has a lot of cube equity here. So now with 8 energy on the final turn, I'll be able to play Scarlet Spider plus Shou-Lao, activate Jocasta, to then still sling around a big Spoider. Ooh, Cosmo. Wasn't expecting that one, but that certainly might get him there. Yeah, it does. Okay. Okay. And we should have the points where'er the spider roams. So plan here is simply Omniversal, Scarlet Spider, Shou-Lao, and then get nasty with Joe-Casty. And this should be a pretty untelegraphed win out of nowhere. I mean, they might be expecting it. They're a pretty solid player, of course. Omniversal Presence could mess me up if we get, like, Deep Space or something. But you might get Camartage. You might get Bar Sinister, right? Okay. They are simply going to retreat. I thought that might be the case. With this Cosmo on the Brood, that really did them in. So now we're tied up, and now it is even Stevens, and it's just going to be a matter of who can win it from here. Maverick is also a really huge card in this deck. Okay, a second Shou-Lao. I'm not sure we'll have the time to play that one. But this is the best card to put Shou-Lao bonuses on no matter what you're playing. We do need some cheap cards. This deck is a little bit more on the expensive side for a Shou-Lao deck. They hit double Chavez. Oh, and we're Mindscaping? That is certainly a little bit awkward too, isn't it? Can't even play a second card here because I didn't hit one of my 1-drops. So this could be a retreat, especially as we'll never be able to play Zombie Galacti into Mindscape unless we hit, like, exactly Merlin next turn, which I'm definitely interested in doing. Lay out Maverick for now. Guess I could have played Jocasta into Jenny. No, that still never does it. Still never does it. Okay. So now we are simply going to... Oh, I should have played Maverick later, right? So that way I could have put the Shou-Lao bonus onto Maverick, but I am simply going to retreat. I think I'd resign to retreating that game, but I'm also a little new with it. You want to keep your Shou-Lao targets in hand for as long as possible, of course. And now, just like that, we're down again. We're behind, but obviously a very catch-up-able position. One thing I'm not sure about is, like, how often do you not play cards on turn 1? And obviously that's not going to be the case when we have Nico draw 2. We are simply going to Nico snap. This is one of the powerful things that we can do that our opponent cannot. I'm not convinced that they're playing Shou-Lao either. I think it's Silver Surfer at the moment, but anything could be possible, I suppose. So now we America, and then we can Wing Beat to throw 2 points onto Prodigy. I think that that's totally fine because the Prodigy can be used to, like, copy Scarlet Spider or something. So yeah, all of this seems kosher to me right now. Those are all 3 of our 1-cost cards spent, so it's going to be hard to trigger Shou-Lao in future turns. But it seems like this could still be a reasonable start regardless. Hoping for Merlin. Oh, Tink allows us to play 2 2s or a 4 this turn, which is really solid. Nice. Okay. We are going to run out the Spider then. I would like to put Shou-Lao on the Spider, but I think I would also like to go Surge Prodigy on turn 5, potentially. Maybe even opens me up for Surge plus Merlin turn 4, and then Prodigy plus Incantation on turn 5 for a Shou-Lao on the Prodigy. Oh, perfect. Ask, and ye shall receive. We're going to Surge here. We could Surge here. It puts 1 point on it. We could Merlin here. And then if we find the The interesting thing about Merlin is Omniversal Presence puts it to 5. We've already snapped, right? Yeah. Alright, so I think we do this. And like I said, next turn we have Prodigy plus, it's called Incantations, the Merlin spells, or skills. Alright, they've got the Presence for the Sandbar. That's going to give them Yggdrasil. And Captain Carter in Camelot is good. I would like to rip an Omniversal Presence over here for sure. Even the Yggdrasil pumping up Camelot is quite good for them. Wow, Maverick. Now, I don't hit once in future, so I can't go for Zombie Galacti here. But I could put a Shou-Lao onto Maverick. That would actually mean that I would need to hit a Jenny Kale on the final turn, though. So I don't think that that's worth it. I think we are simply going to Polymorph Prodigy. You know what? We could still Maverick Prodigy. That is still more points. Okay, and then we'll Maverick onto the Shou-Lao, and we'll make some Scarlet Spoiters. Looks good. No clue whether or not to think this opponent is playing... Okay, we dodged the Cosmo, and it's good to know about Cosmo as well. I think that that's... Yeah, we're like never winning Camelot regardless. What happened there? Okay, that was a wacky turn. They once in futured into Polymorph and grabbed a Malekith. Okay. But we still do have a neat play with this Polymorph, which is to make sure that all of our things wind up over in Tinks. So I think the play here is actually to go Shou-Lao, activate. Oh, wait. It's activate, Shou-Lao, activate, and then finish off with a Polymorph over here. It won't do anything, but it means that all of the Scarlet Spiders wind up in Tinks. And with this Shou-Lao putting additional points on the Prodigy, I'm hoping I'm still not catchable in Yggdrasil. I think we're good with this. I think this is a good play. This could be a Silver Surfer in the Tinks, which is crazy. Yeah, they are fully going after Tinks. That's just going to be a dead card. Shou-Lao onto Prodigy, not going to do anything for them. And then an Omniversal Presence for 2 more points over in Camelot. I don't think that any of this is doing anything meaningful right now. We get a 18-point Prodigy for 25 more points over in Time Theater from this pair of Scarlet Spiders. And that will certainly put us over the top with that nice little incantation play. And we're back in the lead again. Okay, cool. We are up in cubes. And we haven't played Zombie Galacti yet. I think that Zombie Galacti might be a little bit of a silly card in this deck, to be totally honest. But the idea is it gives you a way to go like certifiably over the top and just have this crazy high roll potential. But I do think the best card with Shou-Lao has just been Scarlet Spider. And I don't think anybody was really talking about Scarlet Spider in the lead up to Shou-Lao. Ooh, baby. Yeah, we're snapping on an Ego Draw too again. That is that simple to me. And yeah, I mean, people discussed the idea of Maverick, which I do think is very good. But actually, did they discuss the idea of Maverick? Not really. No, people were mostly talking about Shou-Lao in werewolf decks, right? Limbo's crazy for us because it means we just get to play Zombie Galacti, so that's a lot of fun. Now we are simply looking for a way to put a bunch of power onto Zombie Galacti, which I do think we can certainly find at some point. Next up, we've got Joe. And sure, we will now Joe here. because we want to be able to play Maverick and Prodigy in this location and make a huge zombie Galacti and show off that aspect of the deck. What do you say? The Vibranium is also going to be really helpful here in just allowing us to hit a second Shou-Lao turn. So we do something like this. I do want to put Shou-Lao points onto Maverick, though, so could actually see doing this turn. Yeah, and then next turn we play Maverick plus Surge or Merlin. Sure, we'll use the Vibranium. Why not? Captain Carter's big, but I think we are just going to go way over the top here in a way that is not particularly fair. So now we play Merlin, then we play Maverick. Next turn we play the skill, plus we play Shou-Lao. And we're only really caught off here if they play specifically... I do have to think about Cosmo, but otherwise all I have to think about is them playing Merlin this turn. Oh, and if this isn't a Cosmo, yeah, then we've just won it. Yeah. I mean, Shou-Lao on Captain Carter is cute, but Shou-Lao on Maverick into Zombie Galacti is absolutely everything. So we'll be hitting Omniversal Presence, Shou-Lao, and then might as well activate everything. Yep. What do they got for us here? They've got a Mav. Okay, so they can make a huge Brood into Limbo, but we get to make an even bigger Zombie Galacti onto everything. I don't know how many Zombie Galacti things I actually have here, but this is so many Maverick activations, it's crazy. So I'm not worried. Let's see what happens. It's going to be 12 times, I think 5. I think this is a 65-point Zombie Galacti. This might be, yeah, 60 points worth of Broods, but I believe this is a 65-point Zombie Galacti. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 65. And where are they going? They're going to win all 3 locations. That is the deck's full combo. Quick reminder, if you haven't already done so, to leave a comment to be entered into a giveaway to win a season pass. If you want to play with Shou-Lao yourself, just make sure that your comments include the word snap. That way I can distinguish them from people that are interested and people that aren't interested. And you can comment on any of my videos that I put out this season. Once per video, every comment gives you an additional entry, and I'm also giving away PAX bundles as well. For the rest of this match, I've just edited together some highlights rather than show the rest of these games. And I also never uploaded the quarterfinals from this tournament. I do have those as well, so subscribe for more Marvel Snap. Okay, so after this turn, we swap hands if I don't get rid of Mindscape here. Oh, I find Nico Minoru to get rid of Mindscape. Sure. So it's like this. I don't need to play all of these cards here. Oh, I wanted to once in future the Nico, right. I was thinking about werewolf capacities. So we'll give the Titania back. And then we finish up with a Maverick. Some additional energy, but this doesn't feel the best right now. Maybe I just dump my hand, give them a Prodigy. I don't really want to give them a Prodigy, though, do I? A location change can also be really nasty against a Cerebro deck, so let's go for this. We have high roll potential. Okay, they're going to remove the ability from Titania. That makes a lot of sense. We're going to give them a pretty nasty Prodigy. But we're going to have a bunch of energy to play all of the cards outstanding in their hand, and we can put plus 9 points on something silly as well. Okay, they have Prio. Some of these are good cards to know about. I think they every time Prodigy here, and then they might not make another play. That's the upside to what we're doing. So I think we have to put as many points as possible over here. So I think that that's simply this. Oh, this will also change this location. That's fine. Maybe we roll like sewer system. Otherwise, I'm just not concerned about it. We will get the +2 on werewolf. Forgot about that aspect last turn. I don't know if I had a different play because of that. But we're getting it now, so it's fine. Yeah, I'm willing to send this. All right, and they have to retreat. Cerebro 5 is a tricky deck sometimes in Conquest, because there's a lot of locations that just won't work, and that's why great players love Merlin. Not to, I mean, you know, put myself in that bucket, but Merlin, I mean, it's been one of the most powerful cards in the game for a hot minute. I'm not saying anything super controversial, but it is definitely a card that just gives you so much dang flexibility. Yeah, that's fine. We can get into here with Scarlet Spiders, I think. So now I simply play... I mean, this does nothing. So now I think I play this, then this, and this allows me to Shou-Lao back onto Jocasta. Oh, and this is actually better still. Even though Prodigy ain't doing anything here. It's just got more points on it and re-trigger Surge. We can put more points onto Jocasta here. And then next turn, yeah, we'll send 14 power worth of Spoiters over here. And that looks good to me. Okay, Sarah is going to get the Madripoor bonus. So I'm not sure what they're expecting to do with that then. Because now they cannot play Cerebro. Okay. Trying to think if we want to force all of our Scarlet Spiders over here, and I think we do. So I think we go Shou-Lao plus Wing Beat. No. Before we activate the Wing Beat, we activate Jocasta and Scarlet Spider. So that way all of those go here, and I think we're battling for all 3 locations. And I think this looks pretty good. I am not sure what they could possibly hope to do. I mean, the Negasonic is cool, but it's not going to be useful here. They could Juggernaut me out of Lemuria. That's probably one of their better lines. But then, yeah, I just don't see how they're ever winning a second location. Yeah. Okay. Not that we're huge in Lemuria. We actually lose Lemuria right now to 10 points. So if they simply play 10, then we're looking quite good. Okay, they battled for Madripoor, which I think means the Shou-Lao is going to surprise them here. And these Spoiters might surprise them as well. Oh, I played the cards in the wrong order. I could have put 6 more points on Shou-Lao. I messed up. Doesn't matter. Okay, yeah, they jug me. Does not work. They Shadow King me in Madripoor, which does work, but they do still lose. Okay, I made a misplay and did not get punished. So that feels fine. And now we move into being up 6 cubes in what could be the final game right here. Okay, we've got Shou-Lao Scarlet Spider. And we still have Shou-Lao Scarlet Spider. No Luke Cage opens up some snap potential. Okay, we no longer have Shou-Lao and Scarlet Spider. What did they lose? They lost a Titania. We lost my big payoff card. We don't have a second payoff card. And all of the locations are good for them, and we don't have Merlin. I think this is actually a great retreat. The only real reason to stay in it there is because we're feeling greedy, because we're already up 6 cubes. But I think if we just play solid Marvel Snap against a Cerebro deck, don't give him an angle to get a foothold, then we are in a pretty solid spot. So they play like a Rhino plus Titania plus Tau Mandala. And that's without even Serra energy. Okay, Juggernaut, Shadow King. Sure, Shadow King's actually quite big. And then Tau Mandala to make it so that they have 3 Miss Marvel triggers here. And I think that will now be enough in Kunlun because of the Shadow King. So that should do it. If we get the 5 here, though... Oh, no, it's still not enough over in Quantum Realm. Yeah, the plus 15 from 3 Miss Marvels was just too much. All right, I'm going to play for this then. 11. All right, they do have the presence. They're not battling here. They're juggernauting at me out of the Inferno, and they're giving me a Titania. Whoo, baby. That was a little scary, for sure, at the end here. But a bunch of zombie Galactis will be able to get it done and move me onto the finals of the Snap Wars League for today. That is going to be it for me. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm NoLucksGiven. Peace.